The mass shooting yesterday is one of hundreds of mass shootings in the United States this year. Pat Kessler is taking a look at those numbers in a reality check. He joins us right now. So when you see this, Pat, it's shocking and it's disturbing.
It really is. They're startling numbers when you look at them. We hear about this, but we don't really know. The government defines a mass shooting as 4 or more people selected indiscriminately, killed or injured during a gun incident. It does not include the shooter. And that's why these numbers from the gun violence archives are very startling. Today is the 300th day of 2017. This is the 307th mass shooting of the year. So far, a total of 530 people have died in mass shootings in America this year. And the total number of criminal gun deaths as of today, 13,164. It's really hard to get your head around these kinds of numbers.
It really is. So it's the 310th day of 2017, and you say that there's 307 mass shootings every day.
Yeah.
And then you talk about that number, 13,164. You say that's a total number of criminal gun deaths. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's a good question, because that's 13,000 people who die in homicide. In the United States, we have 33,000 gun deaths every year. About 60% are suicides, 36% are homicides. Mass shootings only make up about 2% of total gun deaths, but they have such a big impact because there's so many people at one time. But look at the big picture and all the number of people that die.
Yeah, seriously. Without getting into this, the politics of gun control, what does the president have to say about this?
President Trump, as we know, is overseas in Asia, in Japan this morning. The president said it's way too soon to talk about gun control. He said that mental illness and not guns are the problem.
I think that mental health is your problem here. This was a very, based on preliminary reports, very deranged individual. A lot of problems over a long period of time. We have a lot of mental health problems in our country, as do other countries. But this isn't a guns situation. I mean, we could go into it, but it's a little bit soon to go into it.
Well, here's the debate we're going to be hearing, and I'm hearing it already. Critics are saying that President Trump's budget actually cuts funding for health care, and he signed an executive order earlier this year that rolls back President Obama's regulation that would have kept more guns away from mentally ill people. And then once again, we are hearing this, it's not time to talk about it. So this is kind of a pattern that we see all the time.
Has the president responded to his critics about them saying that about the cuts and everything?
No, and now he's overseas, so he has a disadvantage of being so far away while all of this is happening here. But I mean, we're going to see this for the next weeks and months, I'm sure.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Pat.
You bet.